All of the waiting, the stretching, the silent seasons, and the storms. Every single moment was a divine rehearsal for what is unfolding now. You may not have realized it while you were walking through the fire, but heaven was shaping you there. The pain you endured wasn't wasted. The isolation you felt wasn't abandonment. The tears you cried weren't ignored. Each one was watering the seeds of destiny that were planted deep within your soul. This is the moment where the unseen preparation meets divine manifestation. The long nights of wondering when are over. The years of asking why are about to make sense. God was never punishing you with delay. He was positioning you for destiny. You've been in training while others were in motion. You've been developing strength, discipline, faith, and endurance behind the scenes. Now, the stage that once felt empty is being illuminated because it's time for your unveiling. You see, heaven doesn't rush. Heaven perfects. When God chooses someone for something great, He doesn't send them out unprepared. He refines them in silence. He strips away pride, impatience, and distraction. He molds their heart so that when the blessing arrives, they won't lose themselves in it. That's why it took time. Chosen one. You weren't delayed. You were being made. And now, heaven is saying, step forward. This is the moment when everything you've learned, everything you've survived, everything you've prayed for begins to align. The spiritual training you didn't even realize you were in is now complete. You've graduated from the waiting season into the walking season. The time for wondering is ending. The time for witnessing is beginning. Chosen one, heaven has been preparing you for this exact moment. The divine assignments that once felt too big will now feel natural, because you've grown into the person who can carry them. The prayers that once felt unanswered will now unfold effortlessly, because the timing is perfect. The strength you built while no one was watching will now carry you through places where everyone is watching. Everything you've gone through has given you spiritual authority. Every hardship has given you compassion. Every loss has given you wisdom. Every delay has given you discernment. You are no longer who you were when the journey began. The version of you that doubted, hesitated, and second-guessed is gone. You are now stepping into the version of yourself that heaven has been waiting for. Confident, grounded, ready. You'll notice it soon. Doors that used to resist you will open easily. People who once ignored you will begin to recognize your light. Opportunities that once passed you by will now call your name. It won't be random, it will be revelation. Heaven is aligning every piece of the puzzle. What once didn't make sense will start to connect perfectly. You'll look back and realize that nothing was wasted. This is the moment heaven has been preparing you for, and it's holy. You are standing on sacred ground. Chosen one. You are about to walk into something that generations before you prayed to see. The weight you carry is not ordinary, it's prophetic. The grace on your life is not casual, it's divine. The fire you went through didn't burn you, it branded you. You carry the mark of someone who has wrestled with purpose and emerged transformed. Do not fear the spotlight that's coming. Do not question your readiness. You have been tested long enough. The fact that you've survived every season that tried to destroy you is proof that you are ready for the one that will elevate you. Heaven doesn't call the unprepared, it perfects them first. Ever know you heard was a setup for this divine yes. Every closed door was a redirection toward the one that's now opening. In this season, everything you touch will carry a different weight. When you speak, your words will resonate deeper. When you act, your steps will have impact. When you move, heaven will move with you. You are walking under an open heaven, and every step you take will be ordered by divine strategy. You won't have to chase. What belongs to you will find you. You won't have to beg. What's written for you will recognize you. Chosen one, this is not just your moment. This is heaven's moment through you. You are heaven's response to a problem in the world. That's why the preparation was so intense, because your assignment is extraordinary. You carry solutions, healing, creativity, and purpose that this generation desperately needs. The anointing on your life is not random, it's intentional. And when you walk in it fully, lives will shift. Heaven is releasing divine acceleration now. What took years to build will multiply in months. What seemed stuck will suddenly move. The pace of your progress will change, not because you're striving harder, but because God is breathing on your efforts. You'll notice doors open faster, connections happen easier, and miracles flow naturally. That's what happens when the timing of heaven collides with your obedience. So don't hold back now. Don't shrink in this moment. Don't doubt your worthiness. The same God who called you will carry you. The same Spirit that sustained you in private will empower you in public. You were made for this moment. You were chosen for this hour. When others see your rise, they'll call it sudden, but you'll know it was sacred. You'll know that every tear, every quiet season, every not yet, was part of heaven's blueprint. You'll know that nothing about this moment is random. It's the manifestation of years of divine investment. Chosen one, this is the moment heaven has been preparing you for. Step into it boldly. The world is ready for what you carry. Heaven has signed your release. The waiting has ended, and the revealing has begun. You are stepping into divine fulfillment, divine timing, and divine visibility. And as you walk into the season, know that all of heaven is standing behind you, cheering, celebrating, and aligning every detail in your favor. So take a deep breath. Lift your head. The weight you feel isn't pressure, it's purpose. The stirring in your spirit isn't anxiety, it's awakening. This is it. This is the moment heaven has been preparing you for since the very beginning. Walk forward, chosen one. The world has been waiting for you, and heaven has declared it's time. Chosen one, you need to understand something very important. Heaven never wastes a season. Every delay, every disappointment, every door that didn't open, every friendship that ended, every opportunity that slipped away, all of it was divinely designed to prepare you for this very hour. It was never rejection, it was redirection. You were never forgotten. You were being refined. While you thought nothing was happening, heaven was silently moving mountains on your behalf. You've spent years building strength that you didn't even know you would need. Every trial forged something sacred inside of you. Resilience, patience, wisdom, discernment. Those weren't ordinary experiences. They were the tools you'd need to carry the mantle of your calling. God didn't just want to give you blessings. He wanted to make sure you could handle them. That's why it felt so heavy for so long. Now, you are standing on the edge of something you once only dreamed about. This moment was written before time began. Heaven has been orchestrating your steps, aligning the right people, removing the wrong ones, opening hidden paths you couldn't see. You are not behind. You are right on time. Do you remember the nights you prayed for clarity? The days you felt like giving up? The times you questioned if you heard God correctly? Those were the moments when heaven whispered, "Hold on, I'm not finished yet." And now here you are, still standing, still believing, still moving. That's not by chance. That's destiny at work. Chosen one, heaven is saying, you are ready now. You've passed the tests of patience, integrity, and faith. You've proven that you can trust God even when you couldn't trace Him. You didn't let bitterness take root. You didn't let fear stop you. You didn't let failure define you. And because of that, heaven is now opening doors that no one can shut. The divine spotlight is turning toward you, not because you chased it, but because you were faithful when no one was watching. The light of heaven is about to rest upon you in a way that cannot be ignored. People who overlooked you will now see your value. People who dismissed you will now speak your name in rooms you've never entered. But this recognition isn't for your ego, it's for your assignment. Because your elevation is not just about you, it's about everyone connected to you. When God raises a chosen one, it's never for personal fame, it's for divine impact. Your story will inspire others who are still in their waiting season. Your breakthrough will remind others that God is still faithful. Your transformation will serve as living proof that what was once impossible is now reality. Heaven didn't prepare you to blend in. It prepared you to stand out. You were never meant to fit into ordinary spaces because your anointing isn't ordinary. You carry something sacred that the world desperately needs. That's why you often felt misunderstood. That's why the process was lonely. You were being set apart, not left behind. Chosen one, this is the moment where heaven reveals the why behind your wilderness. Every silent season was training. Every painful chapter was instruction. Every closed door was protection. God hid you so that He could heal you, because what's coming requires a whole, steady, grounded version of you. The season you're walking into is not one you could have handled a year ago. You needed this process to carry the promise. Now, everything that once worked against you will start working for you. The same voices that doubted you will witness your rise. The same storms that tried to drown you will push you into destiny. The same tears that once symbolized pain will now symbolize praise. What broke you will bless you. What wounded you will awaken you. Heaven has been waiting for this moment because your story is about to speak louder than your words. When people see you now, they will see the evidence of divine favor. The light of God will rest so strongly upon you that it will draw others closer to Him. Your peace will preach louder than your past. Your strength will speak louder than your scars. You are becoming a living testimony of grace. So don't be afraid of what's next. Don't question your worthiness. Don't shrink to make others comfortable. You've carried too much for too long to hold back now. The very moment that heaven has been preparing you for is here, and all of creation is waiting for you to step into it. You'll feel it in your spirit, a calm boldness, a holy confidence, a quiet knowing that this time, it's different. Not because you've changed who you are, but because you've become who you were meant to be. The same storms that once terrified you now strengthen you. The same pressure that once crushed you now empowers you. You've been refined by fire, and now you shine with purpose. Everything around you will start aligning. People, opportunities, timing. It won't be forced. It won't be chaotic. It will simply flow. Because when it's divine, it doesn't have to be manipulated. Heaven doesn't rush, but when the time comes, it moves with unstoppable force. That's what's happening right now. So get ready, chosen one. Heaven's timing has collided with your readiness. Your name is being mentioned in divine conversations. Your steps are being ordered toward divine encounters. The pieces are coming together exactly as they should. And all of this, every single bit of it, was written for you before you were even born. You are stepping into the most aligned, most anointed, most accelerated season of your life. The version of you that once doubted, hesitated, and feared the unknown has no place here. This is the era of clarity, confidence, and calling. This is where the prayers turn into presence, the faith turns into fulfillment, and the waiting turns into witnessing. Chosen one, this is your time. Heaven has confirmed it. The shift has begun. The light has found you. And the world is about to see what heaven has been building in silence all along. Chosen one, what you are stepping into right now is not a coincidence. It is divine orchestration. Heaven has been quietly setting the stage, adjusting every detail, shaping every encounter, every delay, every conversation, every silence, every heartbreak. While you thought things were falling apart, they were, in truth, falling into place. You couldn't see it then, because the architecture of destiny is built in dimensions unseen by human eyes. For so long, you prayed for signs. You asked God, when will it be my turn? When will the promise come to life? And heaven's answer was simple yet profound. When you're ready. Not when you're perfect. Not when you're popular. Not when you feel confident. But when your spirit has matured enough to carry what was spoken over you. And that moment, chosen one, has arrived. This is the hour when heaven begins to echo your name. You've been hidden long enough. You've been prepared in silence long enough. You've been misunderstood long enough. The veil is being lifted now, and the divine unveiling has begun. What was whispered in the quiet will now be shouted in the open. You will notice subtle shifts at first, conversations that lead to breakthroughs, encounters that feel divine, doors that open without struggle. That's not random. That's the movement of heaven aligning with your readiness. You won't have to force it this time. You won't have to chase what's already yours. What belongs to you will recognize you, because your frequency now matches your promise. For years, you were asking God for blessings, not realizing that He was making you become the blessing. You wanted change around you, but heaven wanted transformation within you. That's why the process was long, because what's being released through you is generational. Your obedience has opened pathways not just for you, but for those connected to your lineage. Chosen one, this moment isn't small, it's cosmic. The universe is responding to heaven's command. The timing of your life has entered a supernatural alignment. Things that were once stuck are now in motion. Words that were once dormant are now activating. The atmosphere around you is shifting because your spirit has awakened to divine timing. You may have noticed that lately, your spirit feels restless, not in anxiety, but in anticipation. That's because your soul senses the nearness of manifestation. What you've been carrying in faith is about to materialize. The promises that once felt distant are now drawing near. And this time, you'll see it, hold it, walk in it, and sustain it. This is the moment heaven has been preparing you for, and the preparation was personal. Heaven didn't teach you how to fight. It taught you how to stand. It didn't teach you how to impress. It taught you how to endure. It didn't teach you how to please people. It taught you how to please God. You had to learn how to rely on divine strength when human help failed. You had to learn to move by faith when sight betrayed you. Every test you faced was shaping your character, refining your discernment, and deepening your dependence on heaven. Every time you were overlooked, heaven said, "Not yet." Every time you were rejected, heaven said, "You're being redirected." And every time you cried out in confusion, heaven whispered, "Trust me, I'm building something you can't yet see." Now you're about to see it. People will wonder how you kept going. They'll ask how you survived the storms, how you didn't give up when everything told you to stop. And you'll smile, not out of pride, but out of peace, because you'll finally understand what all those battles were for. They built you. They birthed your testimony. They purified your purpose. You are stepping into divine visibility, chosen one, not the kind that inflates your ego, but the kind that fulfills heaven's prophecy, the kind that draws others to light, not to fame, the kind that brings recognition, not for your glory, but for God's glory through you. You will speak, and your words will carry weight. You will act, and heaven will back you. You will move, and destiny will make room for you. Do not fear what's coming next. You've already walked through harder things. The new territory will feel unfamiliar, but not unsafe, because heaven has gone before you. You are not walking into something new alone. You are walking into something prepared. The tables are turning. The spiritual climate is shifting. The same hands that once tried to hold you back will now be forced to witness your elevation. The same walls that confined you will now crumble. The same places that couldn't contain you will have to expand to accommodate what you carry. Heaven's expansion always comes after endurance. This moment is not about proving anything. It's about becoming everything God knew you could be. You don't have to justify your breakthrough, explain your anointing, or defend your timing. Those who doubted you will soon understand. Those who walked away will realize what they lost. But you will stay humble, grounded, grateful, knowing that this was never about validation, but about fulfillment. Every prayer, every tear, every moment of silence was a seed. And now the harvest season is here. The ground that once felt barren is bursting with life. The same field that once held disappointment now holds destiny. What took years to plant will blossom in moments, because divine timing doesn't move by human calendars. It moves by obedience. And you, chosen one, have been obedient even when it cost you everything. You will soon look around and realize that the people, places, and opportunities surrounding you are perfectly aligned. They're not random, they're assignments. Each one is part of the next chapter heaven is writing through you. You are not being promoted for performance. You are being positioned for purpose. The silence is over. The waiting is over. The wondering is over. Heaven is declaring, step forward. Take your place. You are ready. And when you step, everything will shift. The atmosphere will respond. The timing will accelerate. The resistance will bow. Because when heaven has prepared someone, no power in existence can stop the unveiling. Chosen one, breathe deeply. Feel the change in the air. This is the sacred transition from preparation to presentation. What heaven has been cultivating within you is about to be revealed through you. You're not stepping into something ordinary. You're stepping into divine alignment, divine acceleration, divine purpose. And as you rise, remember, this isn't the end of the journey. It's the beginning of your influence. You were prepared not just to be seen, but to be sent. Heaven will place you in spaces where your presence shifts the atmosphere, where your voice breaks chains, where your life itself becomes a message of hope. You are heaven's answer wrapped in human form. You are purpose in motion. This is your time, chosen one. Heaven's timing has merged with your readiness. The long season of testing has turned into the season of triumph. The years of waiting have turned into the years of witnessing. And the silence that once surrounded you has now become the stage for your sound. You are the living evidence that God keeps his promises. And now, it's time for the world to see what heaven has been building in secret all along.